Thanks for joining me. In this case study, we'll be discussing a client, Stephanie. And again, for confidentiality reasons, I won't disclose her full name. Stephanie came to me and stated that she has a very important personal trip to Canada. And it was her son that was attending a soccer tournament. And she wanted to be there for her young child and said, unfortunately, I have several offenses on my record that prevents me from entering Canada. So if this applies to you where you need to enter Canada and there's some inadmissibility issues, specifically criminality, continue watching this video. In this particular case, there's two options that Stephanie has. One was the temporary resident permit, or also known as the TRP, and the criminal rehabilitation. So if an offense has happened 5 years or more and you've completed it over 5 years, you might be eligible for the permanent document. But because Stephanie's trip was quite urgent and she needed it as soon as possible so that she can attend that soccer tournament and be there for her child, criminal rehabilitation was not the best option for her. Criminal rehabilitations can only be submitted at the consulate and roughly take about 12 months. So yes, it's a very fantastic document. If you do get it approved, it's forever. You are rehabilitated. The past is the past and you can move on. But for Stephanie, as great as that is, the TRP made more sense because a TRP is temporary, it's for a specific trip, and it can be issued at the port of entry. So Stephanie came to me with multiple offenses. It was a DUI and a minor assault charge. But thankfully, those offenses happened sometimes in the 1980s and a lot of time had elapsed. And since then, she'd shown remorse, growth, and so we added ample documents to the officer that this to her was a significant reason to enter Canada, that she was not a threat to Canadians, and that her entry would be temporary. Now, to ensure that the officer was more willing to issue the temporary resident permit, we also submitted the Criminal Rehab to the consulate. We gave the tracking number, the government fee to the officer, that she's taking this very seriously, she's done that, but we can't wait for the permanent document. And thankfully, with a thorough interview preparation, Stephanie was able to watch her son play soccer. If you are in the situation and would like immediate entry to Canada, but you have an issue, please contact the firm. Thank you, and until next time.